Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power Season 2 is now upon us. All first 3 episodes are now out, so let's talk about it. So the first 3 episodes of Rings of Power Season 2 is now out on Amazon Prime for you guys to go and check out right now. Now, Season 1, let's just say, was very divisive. There was people that really liked it. There was people that absolutely hated it. There was people in between. I was someone that was in between. I thought it had some good things. It had some bad things about it. While it's not perfect, it was enough to get me interested into Season 2. Now, as we go into the first 3 episodes, I feel like it's having the same problems as Season 1, where there's elements that I'm really enjoying within the story, within characters, and then there's some other storylines and things going on that I'm kind of just disinterested in and do not really care about. So it feels like at this point after the first 3 episodes, it's kind of going down the same trajectory as the first season, which is unfortunate. Maybe it might pick up. I don't know. But anyway, so the first 3 episodes, it does have that pacing issue in the first 3 episodes like it did the last time. You remember that. The first episode, it did take a long time to get going. And here again, the first 3 episodes, it does have some pacing issues where you're kind of like, it's falling a bit flat at times. It's taking too long in this bit. Maybe a little bit too much here. We could have trimmed this down, maybe focused on this a bit more. And then you tie in some of the storylines that just aren't that interesting. And that really does bring it down. So, look, I actually didn't mind the first episode because it was the whole showcasing us what Sauron was going through, how he became who he is right now in the story. So I like to get that little backstory and dive into that character more because for me, so far after 3 episodes, Sauron is the best character at this point in time. His story is the one I'm most interested in and most intrigued about. And what I'm really enjoying is how they are showcasing how this guy is able to infiltrate into the Elvish community, gain their trust, and manipulate people to do his bidding. Which is what I thought was really, really interesting. And it just adds layers to this character. And now, having him appear as like this Elvish god almost in episode 3 and episode 2, I thought was fantastic because he needs this sort of thing to be able to forge these rings that he is required in order to gain the power that he needs to take over all of Middle-earth. I thought it just shows you just what he's willing to do and how far he's willing to go in order to achieve his goals. And that's what makes a great villain, is when you have layers like that. Not necessarily raw power, but the ability for them to manipulate their way around situations, to guide people down the wrong paths, to corrupt them in a way where they don't even know what's going on. That I absolutely love, and I'm really, really interested in that. Then you have the stuff with the stranger and the Harfoots. I really don't care about that storyline. To me, every time it's on screen, I'm just kind of like, this was a storyline in season 1? Really? I totally forgot about it. It feels like it's going nowhere. Like now they're just walking through a desert, just like randomly just walking there. And there's another people there that are trying to get them. There's nothing there for me to grab on. I don't really care about the stranger. There's no character for me to actually grab onto and actually care about where I'm like, I want to see where this storyline goes. I really don't. And that one to me drags when they're just walking. Oh, we need to find food and that. It's like, okay, can we go back to the other storylines, please? To me, that one is one of the weaker ones. You know, it may pick up here and there, but it's just not one I'm interested in. Now, the dwarfs, on the other hand, I am interested in the dwarfs and what's going on with them and how they're losing touch with the mountains and, you know, things aren't what it seems. To me, I'm interested in that. Now that Elrond has been taken out of that situation, it kind of dims it a little bit because that, to me, was one of the strong points in Season 1 was Elrond's connection with the dwarfs and how that was playing. Now that he's removed from that, it's kind of lost a little bit of spark for me there because I'm like, well, I want to know a bit more. But I'm still interested in the dwarves themselves and how they're going to get out of this situation and how they are being manipulated, but also they are very wary of what is going on here at the same time. You know, we have Durin, who just is not trusting everything that is going on. So to me, I'm really enjoying that aspect as well. Not as much as season 1 because of the, like I said, Elrond not being there. So there's that. I also, obviously, Elrond was my favorite character in season 1. I thought all the stuff they were doing with him was great. Here again, he is still great. You know, him understanding the power of these rings and how they could be bad in that. But then having that moment where he's talking with the elder elf and telling him, like, yes, this could be in the wrong hands bad. But if we keep it in our hands, in our, you know, in good faith, we can create good things with this. So, you know, having his mindset try to be changed in a way where it's like, maybe this could be good in that. And then him going, you know what, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take this on and I'm going to try and stop Sauron here. So I liked all that stuff as well. Then you have the orc stuff, which I'm liking as well. You know, we have a little bit here and there. We're starting to dive in. There's a little questionable thing going on over there with like a family of orcs and what they say and that. I'm kind of like, I thought orcs were just like, you know, supposed to be bloodthirsty creatures and that. But no, apparently they can have families and they just want to live peacefully and stuff like that. So it's like, okay then. There's that. Now, there is some cringy moments like the one, I'm sorry, but the scene where they're like all got the rings on it. Galadriel, whatever her name is, walks up the steps and that, and then they've got their hands out, and then she puts her hands out. I'm sorry, that scene is really cringy. It just, I was watching, I was like, oh, we're really doing that scene? We're really doing it? And they're like sitting there, and you can tell it was awkward for the actors and that, because like you could see their hands start to shake because they're like just standing there for a very, very long time with their hands like that. I was like, oh, we get it. They all have rings on it. We get it. They have the rings of power. Can we move on? Because this is getting a little cringe. So, you know, and some of the dialogue, I was sitting there and I was like, that was not quite right. Whether it was the line delivery, whether it was the writing itself, it just did not work in that scenario. Then you have other storylines that are going on as well. You know, with the mother that died, don't really care about that storyline. You know, the son that got left behind, don't care about that storyline. The stuff going on in that other place with the queen and, you know, all that. Okay, cool. That's all happening as well. Cool. So there's elements to it that I'm really enjoying. Like Sauron, really, really digging. Want to see more of that storyline, how he's going to manipulate that. Outside of that, the dwarfs would be the other thing. But anything else, really, I just don't feel like they have captured it quite yet. Like, look, there are some shots that don't look great. I will say that there are some really, really bad shots. But then there are some really gorgeous shots when you can tell that they're on location in that. And that looked fantastic. So it has its hits. It has its missed right now. But at the moment, I'm willing to continue on and give it a chance. And it's only been 3 episodes. Maybe they're going to pick up. It's the Sauron stuff that is keeping me very interested at the moment, because that stuff I'm really, really enjoying. So let me know what you guys thought of the first 3 episodes. Maybe you guys didn't like it. Maybe you guys did. Smash down the comment section below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.